Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Ankara and this is Lizama Stitches. So in this tutorial we are going to be learning how to make a sleeveless circle top. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please click on the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload new videos. So let's get started. Now this is the fabric I'll be using for this tutorial. Now the fabric is folded into two. The fabric is folded into two. So I'm going to fold it again. I'm going to fold it on bias, just like this. And I'm going to take my measurement. Now I'm going to be taking my measurement from, now this is my center front. This is the center front and the center back. So I'm going to place this tape just like this. I'm going to place my tape just like this with a little slant. Now my shoulder measurement is 7 inches plus half-inch seam allowance, which gives you 7.5 inches. Now I have 7.5 inches here. So this is my 7.5 inches. So I'm going to mark it. So this is 7.5 inches. So now I'm going to take my neck measurement. My front neck width is 4 inches and front neck depth is 4 inches. Back neck width is also 4 inches and back neck depth is 1 inch. So I'm going to connect the points just like this. Now my shoulder measurement is 7.5 inches. So this is 7.5 inches. Now from this 7.5 inches, I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slant. And I'm going to connect this point to the neckline. From this point, I'm going to come down by, now half of my armhole measurement is 8 inches. I'm going to take my armhole measurement. Half of my armhole measurement is 8 inches. So I'm going to mark 8 inches here. So this is my 8 inches. So I'm going to connect this point to this point. Now I'm going to find the midpoint of this line. So the midpoint of this line is 4 inches. 4 inches. Now on this point, I'm going to go in by 3/4 inch, and I'll mark 3/4 inch. And now here, I'm going to mark 1/4 of my bust circumference on this point. Now my bust circumference is 38 inches. 38 divided by 4 gives you 9.5 inches. So I'm going to mark 9.5 inches here. So this is my 9.5 inches. And I'm going to connect it. I'll connect this point to this point and this point to this point. Just like this. And I'll connect this point to this point. So this is the front armhole. For the back armhole, I'll connect this point to this point. So now this is my bust measurement. Now I'm going to put my 1.5 inches seam allowance here. 1.5 inches seam allowance. And I'll connect this point to this point. Now for the length of the top, so the length of the top is 22 inches. So I'm going to mark 22 inches just like this. Now my seam allowance is also, my hemming allowance is also here. The length of the top plus the hemming allowance inclusive. So that's what I have here, 22 inches. So I'm going to cut it. Now the next thing I'll do, I'm going to add my seam allowance. My shoulder seam allowance, which is ½ inch. And I'll cut. Now I'll start by cutting the back. I'm going to start by cutting the back first. So after cutting the back, I'm going to separate the back and I'll trim out the front. I'll trim out the front armhole and the front neckline. So this is the back panel. Now I'm going to finish the front. So I'll cut the front neckline. So that's just it with this. So that's just it. Now this is it. So this is the front panel. Now this is the back panel. This is the back panel. I'm going to slit the back. I'm going to slit it a little. So I'm going to mark 4 inches. My slit is going to be 4 inches. 4 inches is okay. So I'll slit. So I'm going to cut facing. I'm going to use facing for my neckline. So this is the front facing. So this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to, now when I take this to my sewing machine, I'm going to place my facing, right side facing right side facing right side, and I'll sew. After sewing, I'm going to notch. After notching, I'll push the seam allowance on the facing and top stitch. After that, I'll now turn it to the wrong side. I actually have a tutorial on how to make neckline facing. I'm going to leave the link of that video in the description box below so that you can check it out later. So the same way I'm going to do this, I'm also going to do the back. So I'll do it and show you the outcome. Then for the back panel, I'm going to place, after sewing the facing, I'm going to place the front panel on the back panel, right side facing right side, and I will start by sewing the shoulder. After sewing the shoulder, I'm going to sew the sides. After sewing the sides, I'm going to use the bias to sew the armhole. Then I'm going to hem the lower part, and I'll do it and show you the outcome. So this is the top. I'm done sewing. I used facing for the neckline facing. I've attached the button, and I had to sew the armhole with bias, and I hemmed the lower parts with bias also. Now look at the back. This is what the back looks like. So that's just it with this tutorial. Now if you found this tutorial helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. Share this video with your friends. Share this video in your sewing groups. Subscribe to my channel if you've not done so. Feel free to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Lizama Stitches. We've come to the end of this tutorial. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.